the chronochromatic conundrum of Sector Gamma 7. They arrived without warning, but not subtly. On Tuesday, exactly at 11:03 a.m. GMT, the sky over London, Tokyo, and New York did not split open with thunder. It simply became plaid, a perfectly respectable dark green and navy blue tartan. This lasted for 11 seconds before the atmosphere snapped back to its standard blue, accompanied by the silent, distinct smell of freshly cut celery. Dr. Aris Thorne, director of the Extraterrestrial Anomalies Division, which up until Tuesday had a budget of $12 and was mostly used to store obsolete fax machines, stared at the satellite data. Sir, his assistant, a young man named Kevin, who wore too much cologne, whispered, "It's happened again." The visitors from the 11th dimension, quickly nicknamed the designers, did not communicate in words. They communicated through catastrophic, irreversible, yet undeniably fabulous aesthetic modifications to the physical universe. First, they turned the entire continent of Antarctica into a single, flawless sheet of mirror-polished obsidian. Then they rearranged the stars of the Ursa Major constellation, so it now unmistakably depicted a massive, slightly judgmental cat. The United Nations held an emergency session. General Vance, a man whose face was mostly scar tissue, slammed his fist on the podium. "We must mobilize. These things are a threat. Our astronomers cannot do astronomy. Our penguins have terrible vertigo from seeing their own reflections. It's anarchy." Dr. Thorne was called to the podium. "General, with respect, mobilizing won't work. We are dealing with beings whose very existence defies our understanding of physics. Their actions aren't violent, they're stylistic." Then the big one happened. A whacked-out crazy event at 3 p.m. GMT, a sound like a synthesizer performing a complex jazz solo echoed across the globe. Simultaneously, the Atlantic Ocean turned a vibrant, effervescent, electric orange. Not just sort of brownish, but bright, fizzy orange. And the Pacific Ocean turned an equally intense, shocking purple. The Mediterranean turned turquoise. The Indian Ocean turned fuchsia. It wasn't algae. It wasn't a chemical spill. The visitors had simply adjusted the hue. A molecule by molecule color edit of the world's hydro network. Humanity fell into an instant collective identity crisis. Fishermen pulled up bright orange cod that still tasted exactly like cod. Beachgoers found the purple waves of the Pacific weirdly mesmerizing. The global dye industry collapsed overnight. Every painting of a seascape was suddenly, confusingly, historical fiction. General Vance demanded action. Dr. Thorne argued for patience. "They aren't conquering us, General. They are a interdimensional home staging crew. They think our reality is boring." The situation came to a head when the designers decided that the human concept of hair was inefficient. Everyone woke up one morning with their hair replaced by incredibly fine, naturally purple-scented silk filament. It was beautiful, impossible to tangle, and it made the entire planet smell like a lavender farm. General Vance, his purple silk filament tied back in a very strict bun, ordered the launching of a nuclear missile directly at the Scottish Highlands, mostly just out of frustration. But before he could press the button, the synthesis jazz solo echoed again. The plaid sky returned for exactly 5 seconds. The lavender-scented wind blew, and a message appeared, inscribed in mile-high letters of pure light across the Appalachian Mountains, visible to half the United States. It read, "We have reviewed Sector Gamma 7. We find your planet ... acceptable. Though your visual culture is regrettably linear, our modifications are meant to inspire a more robust palette. We leave you this parting gift of perpetual lavender-scented filament, the hair issue, and vibrant aquatic diversity." we look forward to your inevitable aesthetic evolution. Signed, the 11th Dimensional Design Collective. Fine art and reality revision. And just like that, they were gone. They left the oceans purple, orange, and pink. They left us smelling like flowers. They left General Vance looking weirdly elegant with his purple bun. Humanity was left with colored seas, beautiful hair, and the distinct, humbling realization that the terrifying forces of the cosmos might just be a very advanced, very opinionated crew of interior decorators. Dr. Thorne kept his job. Kevin became an international authority on interdimensional fashion trends, and every time Aris stared out at the bright, orange Atlantic Ocean, he didn't feel afraid. He just wondered if next time they might come back and fix the taste of kale. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please give us a like and subscribe to support us. Thanks for joining us.